Well, happy Sunday to all the summoners out there. Kumusta naman kayo guys? Balik tayo sa GCM National Qualifiers. Ako po si Vulcan, kasama ko si Crazy Apple. Kami ang magiging shotcasters na papunta yung match number 2 ng Emperor Esports versus Imperium Pro Team. So, Apple, coming in from our match number 1, we gotta hand it to Team Red.
Yeah.
But at the same time, na-miss ko talaga yung OG ng AEX. Si Thompson's the only one I would say is the OG na galing sa AEX there. But looks like AEX will be out for the tournament for now.
Yeah, and sa totoo lang nakakalungkot din na makitang mawala na AEX for running into the GCM. Pero at the same time, congratulations din syempre sa Team Red na 2 members sa kanila yung veterans na galing sa Naga, mishmash ng iba't ibang members from different EGS teams na nagsama-sama with the addition of Asidia. And now they're in the next stage para, the next step para makapunta sa GCM.
And sa mga viewers natin na medyo wondering what is gonna happen for Team Red, of course they're gonna move on to the lower bracket. But guys, that match is gonna be live in the Glow PPGL live at Ayala Malls Cloverdale. So guys, if you want more information, make sure you check out the Glow PPGL's Facebook page. We'll be there from July 20 to 22. A 3-day live event to determine who's gonna be our top 2 teams moving on to GCM.
Yeah, and guys, punta kayo doon, manood din kayo for that live event. May kita natin kung sino na talaga ang magka-qualify para represent ang Pilipinas for Globe Conquerors Manila at the MOA Arena on August 18 and 19.
So medyo nagtanong yung mga viewers natin sa YouTube chat na ano yung dapat, what's GCM here, Apple? What are they going towards here? Road to Worlds, right?
Yes. Masasabi natin na medyo similar siya sa GPL dati na format. In a way, similar siya sa GPL Summer na kapag kung sino nanalo sa GPL Summer, siya ang maging representative ng Southeast Asia papunta sa Worlds.
Tamang-tama yan. So guys, we are going to have 2 representatives dahil, you know, where we've been performing GPL. Yes. You gotta hand it towards yung Philippine scene natin, yung local na esports scene natin na sobrang na-improve to a point that we were able to match the competitive level in the international scene. Example to yung GPL when we were facing against Thailand Ascension. Like we were able to go head-to-head. And sa mga run na natin ng mga GPL, let's say I've been here in Garena, I've been casting for GPL for almost 2 splits, almost 2 splits. And I gotta say, from being 4th or 5th, we are actually moving on to the top 2 or maybe in the top 3 from time to time. So you gotta have the Philippines. Our chances looks really, really good for going us to the world stage.
Yeah, pero before tayo tumingin to the international stage, bumalik muna tayo ngayon sa ating match 2 na mangyayari between Emperor Esports and Imperial Pro Team.
So medyo na-advance talaga ako mag-isip dito. Salamat po. Salamat talaga sa yung mga so you can return to me towards the ground.
Don't worry man, I got you.
Okay, so guys, match 2 natin, Emperor Esports, as I said before, versus Imperium Pro Team. So, Apple, can you tell me more about these teams? I know for a fact, I've seen Emperor. I've seen, definitely, alam natin yung pangalan ng IPT. Veterans in the PGS scene for almost more than 2 years here. And for Emperor Esports, one of the newer teams that I did see perform, had some potential, but in the end, they did not have a successful run in their first debut.
Yeah, and actually, Emperor Esports as an organization has existed na noong 2017 spring of the PGS. And yeah, ngayon nakita natin sila ulit, nandito sila ngayon for the GCM National Qualifiers. And kahapon nakita natin sila performing against Barcy Esports. Unfortunately, natalo sila ng Barcy Esports with a score of 2-0 in favor of Barcy. And they're now in the lower bracket. So may kita natin kung ano yung magiging adjustments sila coming into today against Imperium Pro Team.
Whew. You gotta hand it towards Emperor Esports. So you're coming back here from 2017 Spring Split right now to the National Qualifiers of the GCM Globe Conquerors Manila, guys. So before we move on to game number 1, this is a best of 3. So lahat nandito sa mga laro natin, best of 3. Yeah. But come finals, best of 5 po yan.
Yeah, and ngayon naman kasi ang difference lang talaga naman ng best of 3 is how many strategies ang kaya mong i-pull off and also resilience ng teams. Sa best of 3, minsan meron kang dalawang cheese strategy na pwedeng gamitin, nakakapanalo, or kung talagang solid, yung isa yung lakas, yung isa yung strategy na kayang i-pull off, yun yung minsan nagbubuhat talaga sa inyo para makamove on to the next bracket.
And to add to that, I think it's more of a test here kasi from day 1 to day 2, now on our last day for our Dagarina stream here, it's gonna be a trend we saw. Yung mga hindi na match 3, clean 2-0s.
Yeah.
And we saw in match 1, Team Red, outstanding victory there. Congratulations again to Team Red for getting a 2-0. But now, let's see. What match 2 is going to happen here? Is it going to be another clean sweep?
Well, we'll see. Kasi ulitin nga natin katulad kahapon yung mga patterns. Palagi sa mga unang round ng mga bracket na to, nagiging 2-0 lagi yung mga matches. Yun nga, yung Mineski, AX, yung 4 na nangyari una doon sa upper bracket. Ngayon sa lower bracket, nagsisimula ulit yung ganung trend na 2-0 nga ang team red. But at the same time, itong mga teams na to nakita natin nung nasa upper bracket, meron din silang sariling identity, may sarili silang lakas na pinapakita. So we'll see what adjustments nga nakita na ng IPT and Emperor Esports paano maglaro each team. So makita natin kung paano sila mag-a-adapt. Phase probably, unang indication is on the pick and ban sa drafting phase, but at the same time, kung paano nila lalaroin yung mapa.
So I think we're still loading up to the drafting phase ng Game 1 natin. So please, abangan na guys, stand by muna kasi we're still trying to set things up for you. And now, it's gonna be us transitioning to actually a short commercial here because of the fact that we did run into some problems here. So, pasensya po lang sa lahat ng mga viewers natin ngayon, but we'll see you after the short commercial break.
Power is fragile, shifting from hand to hand. Above, Garen oversees his people as protector and judge. To his worshippers, there is a small price for peace, their will. Below, Darius rises, bringing with him the surge of a revolution. The many who follow fight for freedom and welcome no other prize but death. With one ruler versus a world without. You determine who will reign.
And looks like we're back. So guys, kumusta rin yung commercial ng versus commercial with God King Darius and God King guys. So, I think when it comes to yung God King team, I really love it. Insta-buy ako sa God King Darius.
Binili mo ba talaga kaagad?
500 RP down the drain.
Hindi ko ba nakikita? Pero ano ba pinili mo? Garen o Darius?
Darius, sir. Darius.
Okay.
And I think Darius won.
Yes, Darius won. Okay, pero tayo. Pero kami ni Vulcan na parang Darius ang pinili. Pero hindi ko pa kasi nabibili kahit doon sa skin na yun eh.
Why not?
Well, wala pang enough RP. Pero sige, bibili ako. Nanalo si Darius eh. Kailangan ko na makuha.
Mag-load up na lang ang Apple. But for us, we're still waiting on the drafting phase. But again, Game 1 will be very important. But let's recap the entire weekend. From Friday to Sunday. Ngayon, ng Emperor Esports ng IPT. So, one thing that I do remember sa IPT is that yung sa Talia Jungle, we can expect maybe Hate to play on it again. But Hate can also bounce back on his comfort jungles. But we don't really see many impacts though galing kay IPT here. I mean, we did see yung mga flex picks. Light did go Colette mid. But then again, the match against Archangel when Trevor really trapped in Light, preventing him to roam. And we know that Light, he really excels in roaming. He really is good in side pressures.
Yeah, and ang natatandaan ko kasing champion pool din nila is mostly either the assassins na mostly the AP assassins. Also, nagde-delve in din siya like the Zen pick or probably the Talon. So we'll see kung ano yung maging adjustments nga ni Light. Yung Kled pick was in a way smart in a sense na hindi siya easily napapatay kasi ni Talon eh dahil dun sa passive ni Kled. But at the same time, kudos din sa jungler ng Archangel na palagi niyang hinahanap at that time yung nakokontrol yung jungle ng IPT. Kaya tuloy hindi makaangat din si Light doon sa matchup niya against Trevor.
So when it comes to matchup here with Emperor Esports right now, I think you have a short trivia for us regarding the player MJ. If you could recall here, Apple.
Yeah, actually na-mention kanina sa akin ni Arctic na dating player for Emperor si MJ. So he's basically gonna be facing his old team in this GCM qualifier. So we'll see kung paano yung mangyayari. Kasi alam ko, pagkakilala mo yung old team mo, kakilala mo yung members, hindi naman bad blood, pero hilig ka nilang, alam nila what ticks you off. Kung ano yung mga bagay na hindi mo gustong nakikita sa laro. So baka gawin nila yon para ma-put on tilt si MJ.
So again, guys, you're watching the GCM National Qualifiers. As Apple mentioned, something about MJ they get under his skin. That's the thing we want to watch out for. But what I do want to know is, how are we going to determine how are we going to see this game 1 progress? Because next week, from July 20, again, July 20 to 22, it will be the Globe PPGL hosting the event here, live event at Ayala Malls Clover Lift, Balintawak, near Balintawak Station.
Yeah, it's near Balintawak Station, guys. So, alam ko may video na silang nilabas ng lineups, ng caster lineups. So, intayin nyo na lang doon, may kita nyo kung sino ang inyong inaantay na mga celebrities, mga other casters, at the same time, yung teams na maglalo on that main event.
Well, a total of 8 teams made it all this way here towards the National Qualifiers, but only a few will move on. But now, let's determine who's going to be moving on to next week. Right now, match 2 of Game 1. Emperor Esports on the blue side versus IPT on the red side.
Yeah, and ngayon ang opening set of bans from both teams. The first ban from Emperor Esports is that Shinzao. Habang naman sa Imperium Pro Team, ang una nilang binan ay yung Talia.
You're gonna have to yung kay Zing Chao. That's one of Hate's comfort jungles. That's what I was talking about kanina na expect Hate to play maybe high-tier jungles, such as the Talia, or something maybe very comfortable as a Zac. But something Hate really loved playing was Zing Chao back in the days.
Back in the day, yeah. And may kita din naman natin kasi talaga na kanina ginamit lang din ng AX ni Tamsu. Itong Shinzao pick na to. And yes, hindi man nanalo ang AX, but at the same time may kita natin yung priority na nilalagay ng mga teams na to on this certain champion pick.
But look at this.
Oh.
It's gonna be an instant Aatrox pick up here from Emperor. Seeing all the bans, summarizing right now, 2 jungle bans from Emperor, 1 support ban, the Braum, but IPT trading things up with the cheesy fiddlesticks. Because the IPT here, guys, they actually felt the support fiddle to be quite powerful.
Yeah, and madami tayong nakikitang mga support players ngayon na naglalaro itong fiddlesticks ito, and to great effect. Kasi ang ganda ng stats na pinaprovide and ng utility, yung silence, yung fear at the same time. Pag kumuha siya ng aftershock, pag pumasok siya sa isang laban, tapos naka-fear siya ng target, he gets enough resistances para hindi siya mamatay kaagad sa laban.
You know, you gotta head towards from IPT here. Instantly locking in the fiddlesticks and the Swain.
Yeah.
If 2 of them go bottom lane, grabe yung damage natin dito, guys. Come lane kayo. Yung AoE damage, Cross Storm, Dark Extension. Oh, Dark Extension, but now it's gonna be... You know, this Zillion kind of takes me back. Kind of makes me recall a story I heard from Arctic, how Emperor did use a Zillion bot lane.
Yeah.
Way before.
Actually, nakita ko yun sa isa sa mga players na nag-share ng screenshot after the game, and they're like, wow, si Mirmo ginamit niya was that Zillion in the bot lane, and actually ginamit din niya to during the LVL against USD. And yeah, we'll see kung paano gagamitin dito ng Emperor. If kay calculated ba to, they also did pick that Kaisa, which mataas ang chance na pupunta kay Mirmo since yesterday, yan yung ginagamit din na pick ni Mirmo.
To not much success though.
Yeah, pero let's see nga kung ano yung magiging adaptation din ng Emperor this game. Now na nakuha nila yung Zillion along with that Kaisa, it might be enough to push Emperor in a more advantageous spot.
But speaking of advantages here, look at that. Emperor Esports really knowing how to pinch Hate's pull. I was talking about the Talia jungle. They're not scared of it just yet. See that? Tank junglers being pinched down by Hate. What's gonna be the jungle here for Hate? Because we did see the Nocturne, the Zheng Xiao. Grabe, 4 jungle bans here. But Imperium Pro Team quickly jumping into the Camille pick.
Yeah, and itong kami na to, baka pumunta din sa jungle, baka mapunta sa kamay ni Hate, but at the same time, it can still be flexed on the top lane. Hindi nga lang actually 4 ang jungle bans na nakikita natin sa game ito. It's actually 6 along with the Talia and the Skarner. So, in a way, Emperor is targeting Hate nga at the same time, but also Imperium Pro Team, it looks like confident sila na makakahanap din sila ng pick that Hate can be very effective on.
So, teka lang, let's try to look at IPT's strat here. I mean, who's going mid? Wala pang mid laner as of now. Kasi Swain can go bot lane. Really can be flexible here. But looks like Emperor Esports will be denying the Poppy pick because we did see Archangel Trevor use the Poppy to try and fight back this Aatrox to the mid lane. And you know how well that went for Archangel. So immediately IPT, Galio is still open. It's gonna be a Galio comp somehow, but not that potent. Wala nang Shen, wala nang Nocturne. Yeah. But still, Imperium Pro Team trying to do whatever they take here with little resource and something of all the picks that's left for them to take here.
Yeah, and actually very curious ang naging pick order ngayon ng Emperor Esports. It looks like it's gonna be a gold funnel comp or no? Okay, pinagpapalit-palit pa ngayon kung saan si Kaisa mapupunta, kung kay Mirmo or kay Spear. Pero kung kay Spear nga pupunta, it's gonna be a gold funnel Kaisa comp for Emperor Esports.
Remember, Apple, we were talking about yung Zillion ni Mirmo and we were all wondering, si Mirmo ba talaga ginagamit ba siya ng Kaisa? Or kay Spear talaga yung kay Jungle Kaisa here?
Yes.
Because we did see Jungle Kaisa work really well and we did see Mirmo play Zillion. So guys, this game 1 is gonna be really, really fun to watch, and we hope that you stay tuned here as we are trying to load up to Summoner's Rift. But let's take a digest of our drafting phase here.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention din kanina na Fiora was picked. It was the third pick from Imperium Pro Team. At nakikita nga natin, it's on the hands of AJ. It's gonna go to the top lane. It's gonna be going against Icarus on that Atox. Very curious on how that matchup will go through.
Oh man, so Swain, Fiddlesticks bot lane, Galio is there. Expect a lot of heavy AoEs from Imperium Pro Team, such as respawns there. I won't be surprised to see a level 2 cheese gang. But I want to see Hate maybe be more proactive in the early game, but we are seeing Kaisa in the jungle. How does that work here?
Well, Kaisa is actually pretty good in the jungle dahil doon sa passive niya. Mabilis niyang napapatay yung mga jungle minions. At the same time, kung funnel comp nga to on this Kaisa, mas accelerated yung gold. Similar yesterday doon sa, I'm just forgetting which team was it, but the Lucian funnel, I think it was Archangel.
It was Barcy Esports.
Oh yes, it was Barcy.
Emperor played it in the mid lane and grabe yung game na yan, Apple. We casted that game together. 50-minute plus into the game.
It was Barcy
Esports.
Yes, Barcy versus Archangel.
Barcy versus Archangel.
Yes, Barcy versus Archangel, and Barcy yung gumawa nun. It was Emperor, yes.
Yes.
And magiging similar sa ganun na makukuha lahat ni Spear yung gold para ma-accelerate yung build path niya. Pero medyo hawig din yung dinap na team comp ng Imperium eh. Nung kinalaban nga ng Barcy yung Barcy yung Archangel na very strong in the mid game. Madami silang engage potential, especially na napag-pair nila itong Camille and the Galio. So, and also may kasama pang Fiddlesticks. So pag pumasok sabay yung Fiddlesticks with the Galio, also with this Camille, ang daming AoE na yun, and they can force really strong mid-game 4v4 team fights.
You know, looking at game 1, it's going to be very exciting because the way I see it is that Emperor has many ways to stop Imperial Pro Team's engage. Alam niyo ba yung Poppy pick na yan? It's, for me, it was a surprise, but at the same time, medyo underestimated yung lockdown potential ni Poppy dito. I mean, Keeper's Steadfast Presence, Keeper's Verdict, yung W ni Poppy, yung Steadfast Presence can actually deny dashes. So, tingnan natin dito, yung Fiora, Camille, Gallia, all has ways to engage and pile up on the Kaiser. So, we expect a lot of protection coming from Spear, and not to mention yung second chance from the Zillion.
Yeah, and magandang point nga yun na yung Poppy pick na to, pwedeng ma-deny madami sa engage na nanggagaling sa Imperial Pro Team. Kasi ang dami sa nga may dashes. Galio, pati itong Camille, lalo na si Camille, yung most of her engage is coming from that dash from her E. So may kita nga natin kung paano laloin ng Emperor Esports if maganda vision control nila enough para makita saan pumapasok itong mga engaging members from Imperial Pro Team. Then baka mapigilan nila yung engagement and can win the fights. But at the same time, Imperial Pro Team has a lot of tools para ma-force yung fights.
Oh, ito na, Apple. Let's look at the summary again here for our viewers just joining in right now. You are watching the Conquerors Manila National Qualifiers. Ito na, guys. Match 2. We will load up to game 1 shortly after, but seeing how to draft this on your screens right now, expect this to be a dragged out game. Expect this to be a gold funnel strat.
Yes.
And medyo boring talaga sa early game, but guys, I guarantee you, come late game, masaya to.
Yeah. Katulad kahapon yung 50 minutes game natin na sobrang saya. But at the same time din naman, makikita natin dalawang magkaibang nagsusubok na playstyle. Ang playstyle ng Imperium Pro Team, maghahanap sila ng madaming fights early on para mas snowball kaagad yung mga solo laners at mas snowball kaagad itong Fiora and the Camille. While on the other hand, gusto naman i-delay ng Emperor Esports yung laro para makakuha ng mas madaming items si Spear on this Kaisa para tumagal pa lalo yung laban, makait niya yung engage ng Imperial Pro Team at dahan-dahan mapatay isa-isa ang members from the other side.
Man. So, seeing how we have potential, dami talaga possibilities ng game 1 natin here, Ako. Yung sinasabi mo kanina doon sa final strat ng Emperor here, tapos kay Imperial Pro Team, the ways that they can actually lock down here. I mean, we're seeing a lot of AoEs, as I said before, lockdowns din, but let's leave it to Emperor to execute it properly, but also to IPT here, guys. Note that this will be their last chance this is the lower bracket. Double elimination format tayo guys sa GCN National Qualifiers, and both of these teams pinned against the wall. Now let's see who will be joining us next week live for the Globe PBGL National Qualifiers Grand Finals.
Yeah, and very important nga din kung sino ang nananalo sa Game 1. Kasi kung sino ang nananalo sa Game 1, siya ang magdidictate ng momentum for the rest of the series. Kasi immediately pagdating sa Game 2, match point na isang laban na lang kailangan nila ipanalo. So very pressured din tong dalawang teams na to. Kasi dalawang beses lang sila matalo magkasunod, wala na. Tapos na, finish na ang laro para sa kanila. Hindi na sila magkakaroon ng chance para ma-representa ang Pilipinas sa Globe Conquerors Manila.
And you gotta hand it towards our chances. Yung chances natin para mapunta sa Worlds is higher than ever this year. And we have a lot of, something that hindi naman in our control, but seeing other regions are having their own type of shifts into, let's say, rosters and coaches, our chances right now looks really, really good. And I wouldn't be surprised come GCM, come the Grand Finals, that we may have a chance here, but that's for another day, guys. Medyo sobrang future again yan. But if you want more information, check out our website here, www.conquerors.ph. If you want details on our event, schedule, what's in store for you at the SM Mall of Asia Arena on August 18 to 19. We have the Cosplay Clash, Celebrity Show Match. But not to mention, yung main attraction natin sa arena na yan, it will be the finals of not the national qualifiers, but the entire sea fighting at the Globe Conquerors Manila in the Philippines.
Yeah, it's gonna be the finals of the Sea Tour. Para nga ma-decide kung sino ang magiging Southeast Asia representative natin para makarating sa Worlds. Pero Volcan, balik lang tayo din sa performance nga ng Philippines. And the latest na naging performance ng Philippines in an international event. And bago doon, I think papasok na tayo sa game.
Teka lang muna na yan, Apple Punta tayo sa game number 1 natin. On to Summoner's Rift. This is going to be Emperor Esports versus Imperium Pro Team. So, grabe yung mga tao dito ngayon, Apple, dun sa chat natin. Sobrang silang saya din sa mga laro ng match 1. Grabe ng hype sa mga Rebenga fans out there. Pero dito, guys, if you're gonna feel like you wanna root for Emperor Esports, hashtag EMP win, or sa tingin nyo, yung Imperial Pro Team has still that sheer veteran experience there and you want them to win, let us know on the chat there with hashtag IPT win.
Yeah, and ngayon nakikita natin tong mga teams na to, may 3 members of IPT nandito sa Blush na to, probably papasok sila dito sa may red buff side jungle ng Emperor to put a late ward.
Actually, may tanong ako sa'yo kasi we're talking about patch 8.13, right?
Yeah.
Can you say that when it comes to the shift in meta, we know Marky. We know Marky that's really good at ADCs, but do you think that he's actually lagging behind in the meta right now?
Well, sa nakita naman natin the past few games ni Marky, I wouldn't say necessarily, pero at the same time, may kita nga natin din yung adjustments. Kasi hindi naman porket you played marksman all your life na yun lang din naman talaga yung galing mo. Kasi may innate kayo naman nakukuhang skills playing League of Legends for so long. Makuha mo din yung knowledge na alam mo. And mukhang pupunta sa late invade itong IPT.
4-member spot already in the red side of Emperor Esports. Mirman calculated, falling back here. Ward being placed on the red side. But looks like Imperium Pro Team going for an aggressive invade here. Mirror move, planting some bumps onto Marky. Smite still. Who's it gonna go to? Is it gonna go to? It is going to go to Hate. An early smite from Spear misses his red buff.
Yeah, sayang miscalculation from Spear. May natira pang about 47 HP on that red buff at napaaga nga yung kanyang smite. Kaya nakuha tuloy ng IPT. Very well worth yung time spent ng IPT invading the red buff sa jungle ng EMP.
But still, this is the gold funnel strat we are very familiar with. We're gonna be seeing Spear and Cannon. Dalawa sila sa mid lane to try and Spear get ahead here. But meanwhile, Calculated and Mirmo will be playing in the bot lane.
Yeah, and may kita natin na early on, maganda yung early game ni Mirmo and ni Calculated dito sa bot lane. And very curious din, no, na ang kasama na lane, kasama sa bot lane ni Mirmo is Calculated. So dalawa sila, isang marksman at isang ADC main player at isang mid lane player nasa bot lane.
So, yung red buff steal na yan, you gotta hand it towards IPT. They want to slow down this gold funnel kay Kaisa. I mean, it's great that they went for the invade, but let's see what they can do more with the advantage they have here. Yung simula pa lang, red buff na wala kay Spear. Not reaching level 2 already, so could this be IPT trying to counter this gold funnel? But you did say, mahirap talaga mag-counter mo to.
Medyo mahirap talaga mag-counter sa early game, but that's a start for IPT kasi tinanggalan mo na kaagad ng isang buff, ng isang camp, itong si Spear. Pero at the same time kasi, if you think about it, parang wala kayong jungler. At may trades na nangyari sa top lane though.
And that may signal Hate to respond there quickly. Si Icarus, may flash pa siya. Okay, he sees Hate on a ward there. It's gonna be empty, setting up the gank here. Icarus flashes away too early. It's gonna be a flash in by Hate. First blood at stake here, and that's gonna be the last hit. Going towards Hate, getting the first blood. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Shadow is the Ignite. Will just finish Mirmo off.
Yeah, and yung sa bot hindi natin nakita paano nagsimula yung labanan. Pero great flash from Hate. Yung slight frame na lang natitira para maka-flash siya habang in the middle sa E-animation para ma-proc yung knockback and get the kill, get the CC on Icarus was just enough. Saktong-sakto and great play coming from IPT.
2-0, 0-2 start right now for IPT. They also stole the red buff from Spear, and we can see here Hate on the blue side invading the jungle here, but looks like Calculated wants a revenge. Calculated getting Fear, getting pulled back there. That's gonna be the damage onto the Poppy, and Shadow will be picking up Calculated.
Yeah, and medyo over-aggressive doon galing kay Calculated. Medyo mahirap naman kasi talagang magawa yung double bomb ng Zillion, but at the same time, Hate is looking in the mid lane.
He's looking at it, but he's not gonna go for it.
Yeah, and medyo mahirap naman kasi it's gonna be a 2v2. It's not the usual na nag-iisa lang yung mid laner sa mid lane pa, marekta mo kaagad yung ganks. And we see here the classic gold funneling na kumukuha ng jungle camps ngayon si Spear along with Cannon.
So, tingnan natin yung level dito. I mean, let's hand to Spear. Lost the red buff early. That's not really stopping him from still going for the gold funnel. Mahirap po talaga mag-counter to. So, EMP still waiting towards the late game here. When the ultimate's unlocked, I think EMP will have a better chance come mid to late.
Yeah, but at the same time, 3 kills na up kaagad ng IPT bago pa lang mag 5 minutes into the game. Almost 2,000 na yung gold lead nila very early on. 2-0, 2 kills na punta kay Shadow on this Fiddle 6. But at the same time, yung pressure na kaya nang i-exert ni Hate on this map kasi nakalamdam na yung mga lanes ng ganks eh. Medyo at the back of their heads, baka si Hate, baka tong Camille na to, tumatalan sa likod. So, medyo mas magiging passive na ang laro ng Emperor Esports at this point.
But at this point, okay, passive si Emperor Esports dito. Pero for IPT, tingnan mo yung si Shadow. Instantly rushing, libot sa mobility. So, expect heavy roams for the Fiddlesticks. Grabe yung medyo mini-invade ni Shadow sa red side ng EMP. Scouting out some vision, planting a D4 there. They're trying to read Emperor's movements.
Yeah, and at the same time din naman, dahil dalawang members nga ng Emperor ngayon nasa mid lane, mabilis ka maglagay ng ward kasi double the warding trinket na pwede din ang ilapag. Kaya nakita natin na naglagay din dito sa may Raptors para makita si Hate. At kaya nakikita ni Spear and Cannon si Hate.
Hate's smite is on cooldown, but Spear's smite is up here, but they're gonna go for the Camille. Hate, one more Q should do the trick, but there's gonna be Spear. It'll be Spear taking down Hate.
Kahit ilan yung sidestep na ginawa mo doon, Hate, hindi ka pa rin makakatakas kasi 3 members yun ng Emperor na pumunta sa kanya. Tinayin niya makuha yung Scouter Cup, pero mukhang isa pang gang.
Sayang yun ah. Look at that. Si Spear, level 6 na siya. And for Light, level 6 too. Expect some response from the Galio here. Light is looking at bot lane here. That's gonna be a setup there. Fear is onto Mirmo. Trying to get away. Mirmo just level 5. Okay, Light trying to look at the bot lane. He's gonna signal Hate for the response, but it will just be a standoff there. Just backing away and returning to his own lane.
Yeah, and nag-back off na ang Emperor doon kasi na-shove na nila yung lane. They wanted the reset, but at the same time, kung naging medyo mas aggressive pa si Mirmo and si Calculated in that bot lane, baka nahuli sila ni Hate and Light because they were already setting up for that gank.
So speaking of setting up for anything here, Apple, tingnan mo yung CS delete ni Spear doon sa mid lane.
Yeah, and kasi nga nakukuha niya yung mga jungle camps, but at the same time, makikita natin na may control pa yun ng IPT since parang kangang walang jungler when you're going for a gold funnel. It's like it's either you have 2 junglers or you have no junglers at all. So, dahil nag-spend more time in the lane ngayon si Spear and si Cannon, makukuha ngayon ni Hate yung red buff ng Emperor Esports.
That's gonna be his second red buff for Hate there. Looks like EMP. Hindi sila nakita si Hate dito dun sa invade nila. And tingnan mo guys, again, IPT placing those crucial control wards on the red side of EMP.
Yeah, and sa ngayon, IPT has a lot of control in the map. Kasi mas malakas nga yung lanes nila eh. Kasi you really don't have any pressure in your jungle other than the lanes. So, libre ang pasok, makakalagay ka agad ng control wards. At the same time, very effective nga yung mga naging unang ganks ni Hate. But subukan nila, wala na Spear. Wala na dyan yung red buff niya.
Okay, medyo nalungkot si Spear dyan, but still okay. Level-wise, he's still trying to match with Light, but normally, you would expect yung gold for the start dito Apple that dapat may 1 level ahead or 2 levels ahead dapat dito si Spear. But thanks to Hate's invades, nawala yung double red buff niya, so that's why we're seeing Emperor slowing down just a bit.
Yeah, pero hindi pa naman talaga sobrang behind ng Emperor. Kanina may 2k na tong gold beat na to. Ngayon mga 1k na lang and calculated. Alam ba nyo nasaan si Shadow?
Trying to scouting out here, gonna go for a stun, locking him down to the wall. Shadow backing away.
Yeah, it's just some love traps, just some harass on Shadow. Nag-aamit na kasi ni Mirmo yung kanyang bomb, so hindi na nila kayang i-chain stun si Shadow.
Chain stun, sarap yan. So Emperor Esports here. I want to see the gold here. I mean, the gold charts to see how well they're doing right now. But look at Icarus going all in onto MJ. MJ challenges Icarus with the grand challenge, but that's going to be Icarus getting away from MJ. Does not want to commit to the fight.
Very curious. So, hindi ko pa talaga natatry din tong matchup na to in the top lane between Atox and Fiora. But from the looks of it, talagang nirespeto din ni Icarus yung damage potential na manggagaling sa Fiora na gamit ni MJ.
Too much respect, maybe.
Yeah, possibly too much respect, but at the same time siguro, kaya niya pinap yung ult niya just to get a bit more control in the lane. And also, may isa lang siyang ward. Hindi niya alam nasaan si Hate, nasaan si Light at that point. So, if inakyat siya doon habang nag-hard engage siya, baka nawalan pa siya, nakakuha pa ng more gold ang IPT.
And seeing how Emperor is playing this game so far, slow-paced is the game here, but 2k gold lead immediately showing towards the red side of Imperium Pro Team.
Yeah, just shy of mga 2k gold lead, and IPT is looking at this mid lane. Palagi nakikita natin nag-roam itong si Shadow. Nakuha nga niya tong early Moby Boots, pero so far hindi pa natin nakikita na naging effective siya picking up this item very early on. Okay,
we're gonna reach our 10-minute mark here, Apple, but seeing how this game is being panned out, as you would say, yung facing natin yung game 1 natin, it's gonna be Emperor still waiting for that late game spike.
Yeah, and sa ngayon naman, very safe ang nagiging farm ni Spear. He does have the only kill coming from Emperor Esports. So, tingnan lang natin kung gaano katagal pa na kailangan ni Spear to get his items.
So, looking at Spear's item, wala pa siyang enchantment here, but looking at the gold shard, we did see a slight 4k here on the mark of Spear. But Hate again, doing his job, keep denying that red buff. I mean, that's going to be his third attempt there, trying to make sure Emperor Esports, they don't have an easy time. Gold following this Kaiser.
Yeah, and then nakikita natin tong gold graph. Nakikita natin na si Spear has the most gold. May almost 1,000 gold lead siya sa susunod na pinakamataas from IPT, which is Marky in the bot lane. Kasi siya yung pinakamadami ding CS coming from IPT. Pero kasi katulad nga kahapon, na nakita nating ginawa ni Emperor on that Lucian dahil mas nauna siyang nakakuha ng gold sa kanyang team at also madami nga siyang nakukuha kaagad. Mga 1 item up pa lang siya, kaya na niyang manalo, kaya na niyang makapatay ng madaming members galing sa kabilang team.
And now we're looking here at the clock again, guys. It's slow paced talaga dito for Imperium Pro Team. But what I'm wondering here is, can they go for something here? Calculated trying to back away here, but mirror move. And Calculated, they're just controlling the lane in the bot lane. They're not going for those aggressive engages. They know that kailangan sila maghintay si Spear mag-online dito sa Kaiser na to.
Yeah, and yun lang naman talaga ang trabaho ngayon ni Mirmo and ni Calculated. They just need to get enough items to be effective when nangyari na yung teammates. Icarus going on MJ.
Ooh, can he show the same respect he did before? But now this time he's going to be all in, flashing in. The knockup does not connect. MJ going in for the counter here. Can he take Icarus down? Challenges up here. Icarus backing away, showing respect again to MJ.
Yeah,
no kill happening in the bot side.
Yeah, pero silang nag-burn ng flash. So, pero naman nilang nirespeto isa't isa. Nung nakita ni MJ, medyo malayo siya sa lane. Nag-back off siya kaagad knowing the strength ni Icarus. Pero makita natin yung matchup ng Atox and the Fiora. Kapag wala nang na-burn na ni Icarus lahat ng cooldowns niya, hindi na siya gano'n ka-effective laban dito sa Fiora at kailangan na niya mag-back away.
Grabe yung the game here, Apple. Lagi naman back and forth dito. Lagi naman we don't see masyadong commitment sa mga teams natin. Kahit sa IPT, kahit sa Emperor, tingnan mo si Icarus dito, Apple, na hindi siya mag-commit dito sa mga duel kay Fiora. Why is that?
more of siguro they're trying to play safe. Pero mukhang nagko-commit ngayon tong dalawang to. Icarus is trading with MJ and nakuha niya yung kill on MJ. Medyo questionable. Naglakad lang si MJ doon nung tumuyo lang at matamaan lang ni Icarus ang kanyang malaking espada.
Pero dito sa mid lane natin, Light popping up the taunt there, but that's gonna be kind of going in with the battle dance, but it will force Light to flash away.
Yeah, and respect din doon galing kay Light. And these are the small wins na kailangan ng Emperor Esports at this point. Ito mo na yung CS numbers ng Kai'Sa, 174 at may engage naman sa bot lane.
Grabe naman si Calculated, landing the max rush down onto Marky. Marky Ignite is taking, pops the stasis, buying some time, but the bomb is in place. Marky does flash away, but Calculated going in with his own flash. That's gonna be Hate and Shadow piling up in the bot lane. There's the ultimate. It's gonna be Calculated going back in for the stun, connecting on to the Philistine, trying to back away, but it's gonna be Hate going in for the cleanup.
Wow, and at least it's a 1-for-1 in. Okay, may naman dito sa mid lane.
Okay, Light does not have the flash here. That's gonna be easy picking for Emperor Esports here. Calling in the teleport just in case. First turret is at stake here.
Yeah, at ito na yung inaantay na opening ng Emperor Esports. Madaming play sa mapa na nangyayari in favor Emperor and they're about to get the first turret gold. And ma-accelerate pa lalo ang build ng Kai'Sa na to.
Grabe naman dito, yung Emperor Esports here, immediately stepping on the pedal, accelerating the game here. 40 minutes here and look at Spear, 183 CS.
Yeah, and parang nagsimula lahat to doon sa pagkakamali ni MJ sa top lane. Wala siyang ultimate, wala siyang flash, masyado siyang malapit na dumikit kay Icarus. Medyo siguro naging mind games mo sa simula na nirespeto talaga ni Icarus yung damage nang galing kay MJ. Pero nung naisip ni Icarus, naalala niya na, ay, wala tong flash, wala tong ultimate. Immediately in-engage niya at napatay niya si MJ. At nakita din natin may isang pagkakamali din si Marky sa bot lane na na-engage ni Mirmo and ni Calculated. Though it was a 1-for-1 in the end, nagkaroon din ng pangalawang kasunod ng pagkakamali sa mid lane naman. So, it's a series of mistakes na ginagawa ng IPT. Kaya tuloy na puput in a position ang Emperor Esports.
And you can see here how the clash went on because look at Icarus. I mean, dun sa top lane, diba you did mention na si MJ, medyo comfortable siya there.
Yes.
But you can also hand it towards MJ and Icarus. What they're doing here could just be baiting at their own ultimates here. And we did see Icarus or MJ, when the ultimate is down, that's the time they go in for the engage here, but looking at Calculated, trying to lock down Marky, stunning him against through the wall here. Mirmo piling up with the double stun onto the sway, calls and Light to the rescue. Light's here, Shadow is gonna get the bomb. Are they gonna go for the engage here? Cannon does have the ultimate, but it'll just be Emperor Esports taking away the Cloud Drake.
Yeah, and yung naging engage lang doon na ginawa ni Mirmo and ni Calculated kasi na naman ito si Marky medyo malayo sa lane. Na-recognize sila kaagad na si Shadow wala pa. Si Cannon nasa likod ngayon ng IPT bot lane, but it doesn't look like na mag-engage siya.
Yeah, and now we're seeing here Blastcon used by Spear. They're gonna go for the bot lane turret. That's gonna be Emperor Esports' second turret here. They did get the first turret of the game and the first Drake here. They're looking really good.
Yeah, and they're actually really looking really good. Emperor Esports taking 2 towers early on. And kanina nga nasabi natin na ang IPT ang naghahanap ng early snowball. Sila ang mas may malakas na early to mid game na team comp. Pero that doesn't face Emperor Esports. But actually Icarus is getting damage here.
Look at that. MJ going for the sheer dive here. MJ still taking some turret shots. That was a bit too greedy coming from MJ. But buti na lang nag-back out siya.
Yeah, pero isang indicator din yan kung paano tong matchup na to between an Atox and a Fiora goes. Na in a longer fight, mas nananalo tong si MJ sa laban kay Icarus. Kaya nakikita din natin kanina yung respect na binibigay ni Icarus. Pero it looks like kung sino yung may ultimates, kapag up ang ultimate pareho, nananalo itong Fiora. Pero pag pwede silang walang ultimate, mas madaming utility at damage na napapato si Icarus.
Is Hey looking for the engage here? Okay, he won't go for the engage. So, it's all about the look at that. Okay, that's gonna be the ultimate locking in. He's gonna fling away the Camille, canceling out the Hex, the ultimatum. It's gonna be Cannon going in with the battle. That's charming. 3 members of IPT. Teleport's coming in. Calculated has the ultimate. That's gonna be IPT backing away. Could have been a Vision of the Empire for the secure kill. No. Calculated. Muntik na siya.
Yeah, muntik na doon. Pero pumasok si Spear.
Spear, aggressive engagement. Instantly flashing away, baiting out the ultimate from Shadow.
Wait, Spear! Teka lang! Hinay-hinay lang. Oo, di ka namatay doon. Pero ang lalim ng pinasok niya, 4 na members ng IPT. Swerte siyang hindi siya kaagad na-recognize yung IPT na kalaban. Hindi tuloy siya na nahuli kaagad doon, hindi siya namatay.
Alam mo, Apple there, because Spear has the Devourer and also the Ginsu's Rage Blade. 2 items there completed by Spear. Maybe he's feeling a bit confident. Medyo confident talaga si Spear dito. And he did managed to bait out yung closer. Pero sayang talaga yung flash ni Kaisa dito.
Yeah, sayang nga yung kanyang flash. Pero siguro, nakita ni Spear na naglalabang kanina si Carl, si Mirma, saka si Karen. Gusto niyang makisali. Pero same time ngayon, dahil sa move na ginawa ng Emperor Esports and sa lead na nakuha nila, makukuha nila ngayon itong Rift Herald for free.
Oh, this is big. This is huge. I mean, Emperor Esports at this point, they're accelerating the game and they can actually try and take more turrets here. Look like that Shadow here. Stun does not connect. Can Mirma follow it up here? No. It'll just be Emperor Esports making some room to the top lane para mas-spawn to ng Rift Herald. Maybe they're gonna spawn it here.
Yeah, we'll see kung kailan nila i-spawn yung Rift Herald. Sa ngayon pa naman, hindi pa talaga nangangailangan na i-spawn itong Rift Herald para maka-pressure palalo ang Emperor Esports. It looks like they're actually rotating away from the top lane.
So, again, Emperor Esports taking away all the turrets they can, giving nothing to Imperium Pro Team. But now it's gonna be Carter and Spear responding towards the mid lane, chipping it down slowly.
Yeah, and this is a very different Emperor Esports na nakita natin kahapon. Kahapon nakikita natin na ang daming mistakes na ginagawa ng Emperor Esports against Barcy. Kaya tuloy nakaka-accrue ng malaking lead ang Barcy. Pero nakikita natin dito, sila ang nagpo-force ng issue against IPT. Yes, nagkaroon ng mga early mistake ang IPT, but at the same time, na-recognize kaagad yun ng Emperor Esports. And they jump on those opportunities. Kaya ngayon nakakuha sila ng 3 turrets, a Dragon, and that Rift Herald.
Now the gold lead is in favor on their side. Check out the itemization too. QSS immediately picked up by Spear. I guess na-respeto siya talaga yung fear galing kay Shadow that he does not want to get CC locked to.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also a smart pickup for him at this point. Kasi, yun nga, siya ang most of the damage na nanggagaling sa Emperor. So, kailangan nila yung most efficient, pinakamatagal na uptime na nababato ni Spear yung damage na nanggagaling on that Kaisa. So, buying that QSS, natatanggal karamihan lahat ng CC. And mukhang sinama nila sa bot lane itong Rift Herald.
Oh, getting up slowly there. Looks like IPT. They know where it spawns, so they will try to respawn to it. Meanwhile, we're seeing ilang members yan? 3 members in the mid lane. So, while Icarus is pushing in the bot lane, it looks like we may expect Emperor Esports to come in the mid lane.
Yeah, and they're putting pressure in the mid lane para mapunta doon muna yung IPT since sinamon nga nila kasama ni Icarus ngayon yung Rift Herald sa bot lane para hindi more members ang pumunta din sa bot lane. So, pinapapili nila IPT. Dedepensahan nyo ba yung bot? Or hahayaan mo kaming maglagay ng pressure dito sa may top side jungle nyo?
What is this? Emperor Esports making the risky call. Going for the Baron. Imperium Pro Team, they don't have vision there. They're just scouting at the Baron pit, but kind of going with the charm. Going out to 2 members here. Light is going to go for the engage. No. Meanwhile, it's going to be Icarus teleporting towards the Baron side. They are trying to force this Baron, but IPT has just read that movement.
Yeah, and medyo early, medyo sobrang greedy coming from Emperor Esports yung Baron take na yan. I would have liked if they would have prepped it better. They could have probably split push top lane. Kaya tuloy ngayon, madami sa pressure give at in-engage on.
Engaged onto Spear. The focus is here. Take down Spear as fast as you can. He has the ultimate. He's gonna have a second life. He's gonna come back. Hey, taking away from the third year marking. Still taking out to Spear. Spear being ganked by 4 members of IPT. Spear trying to get away. Spear gets taken down. It's Imperium Prompting going for the tower dive. Here comes Icarus. Can he go for the cleanup? Going for the flash. Takes down the Fiora. Now it's going to be Icarus going in onto Market and Shadow. Can he commit? He can. He's getting chunked down there, but he may have to give up this. Why? Icarus is trying to get in with a dash. And he may go for Spear. It's going to be Calculate going up to Shadow. Shadow popping the stasis. He's going to survive. Light banks of time with the taunt. It's going to be Calculated going for the shutdown. It's going up to Marky. Calculated stunning Marky to the wall. It's going to be Calculated.
Oh my God.
What a double kill. It's an ace to the blue side.
What just happened there for Emperor Esports? Na-delayed ace na nakuha nila yung ace against IPT. Mukha doong lugi ng Emperor Esports kasi wala na yung main damage dealer nila on Spear, on that Kaisa na ginold funnel nila. Pero dahil doon sa lalim na ginawang tower dive ng IPT na hinabol nila yung Emperor members, 5 members tuloy ang nag-fall sa IPT and we're going to this replay. May kita natin kung nangyari. Pinasok agad to si Spear ni Hate. Maganda decisive call. Kasama yung Camille, kasama yung Galio. But at the same time, si Carl, ang gabi ang ginawa niya dito para maprotektahan si Spear. Talagang all of them are just protektahan nyo tong Kaisa, siya lahat ng damage natin. Let's buy time para lahat ng members ng Emperor makarating dito habang nagtatank ng tower shots ang IPT.
My God, the fight was pretty much extended here, but check out the numbers advantage. Clearly, IPT had the numbers advantage, but look at Calculated going for the key targets. Ang lambot talaga si Shadow dito, and this is where things turned around.
Yeah, and ang gaganda ng mga stand dito ni Carl. Una nakuha si Shadow. Siya ang isa sa mga madaming bounty ngayon sa members ng IPT. Nakuha niya plus 600 from the shutdown from IPT Shadow. Tapos naging series of 1v1s na lang tong laban na to. Madami nang in-expend ng IPT. Binato na nila lahat ng skills nila, lahat ng summoners nila para mapatay si Spear. Kaya nung dumating doon si Iko at si Carl na lang natira, kaya nila i-clean up yung fight.
And that's the first ace of the game here. Emperor Esports with a 4K gold lead. And checking out this Kaisa, look at that. Si Spear having the rage play, having the components for a death stance maybe, but looking at Emperor Esports, they're going for an invade. They're trying to secure the top side. They want that Baron.
Yeah, and ngayon, Emperor is starting this Baron dance. Nandito sila may topside jungle lang ng IPT. Inaantay nila, tinatry nila i-bait na kumuha ng vision ng IPT. Ito mukhang papasok si Spear.
To hate. Oh, hey, even again, Charmed. He's up in the air. Cannot use the hook shot. Trying to lock on Spear. But Spear will take him down. Looking at Spear going out to Shadow with the hunt. It's going to be Shadow popping that stasis. Spear doesn't care. Cannon will be the one to take Shadow down. Meanwhile, it's going to be a signal for the Baron.
Yeah, hinaba lang ni Ikos off the map si Morky doon sa may mid lane. Nakita lang natin sa mapa na napatay nga niya. Pero dahil 3 down ang members ng IPT, kaya ngayon kunin ng Emperor itong Baron.
AC take, no jungle, and no dual bot lane. It's gonna be IPT trying their best to stop the Baron, but that's not gonna happen. MJ gonna be zoned out by Icarus, but Icarus going in hard. MJ gets taken down by the Comet.
Yeah, and wow, the Comet kills. Style points yan para kay Icarus. Nakuha ng Emperor ang Baron, nakakuha din sila ng 4 kills, and mukhang poised sila to get game 1 of this best of 3 series.
But it's still too early to say it because IPT, I mean, let's say they don't have turrets, they don't have Drakes, but before I get to that, let's check out the replay.
Yeah, and the replay right here, si Emperor, kanina pa din sila nagsaset up dito sa may red buff ng IPT. They were putting down vision. Si Hate medyo naglakad lang forward. Nakikita mo yung IPT, yung hesitation nila. At actually, dalawa pala si Eagles at si Calculated ang humabol kay Marky dito sa may mid lane, taking down Marky. So, tatlong members kaagad, they immediately look for Baron. Pero after na matake yung Baron, si MJ na caught out ulit ng Emperor, getting the 4th kill.
And 25 minutes into the game, Emperor Esports really trying to control this game. They're not giving IPT anything across the map here. Baron and 2 Drakes in the hands of Emperor.
Yeah, and grabe din talaga na accelerate yung items na meron ito si Spear. 3 items completed na siya. That Devourer Enchantment jungle item, meron na siyang Ginzu's Rage, also Death's Dance. Tapos meron pa siyang QSS. Grabe mahirapan na ang IPT dito na mapatay itong si Spear.
Man, that's a lot of sustain for Spear. I mean, he's gonna have a lot of heal, a lot of sustain in the fight. And at this point, IPT, they're just gonna go for this slow pace by the book clash.
Yeah, and by the book nga naman ang ginagawa dito ng Emperor. Dahan-dahan nilang sinashove lang yung mga minion waves. Gagawin nila 3 minions na ang papapuntahin nila, 3 set of minions sa 3 lanes na ipapapuntahin nila sa towers ng IPT. And nakikita natin dito ngayon si Spear and si Cannon ay nasa may mid lane. Tinatry nila mag-get yung siege dito. Pero nandito si Calculated sa may gilid. Sinisira yung control ward ng IPT. And IPT is backing away from Emperor Esports. They're giving a lot of respect sa IPT. And ina-engage ngayon ni Hate. Itong si Spear. Si Spear nauubuhay pa. Napatay niya si Hate. Nauubos na ang members ng IPT. 2 members now. Double kill for Kaisa. Triple kill for Kaisa at sinisira na yung mid lane inhibitor. Sinisira na yung mid lane tower at mukhang poised na ang Emperor Esports to finish the game and get game 1 of this best of 3 series.
Yes, Arctic in the house, by the way, and what a game right there. Hey, Crazy Apple, Vulcan just needed to take a quick break right there, wasn't feeling well. But nonetheless, as Crazy Apple mentioned, this looks like this is indeed going to be a game in favor of Emperor Esports right there. Looks like they are very much well on their way to potentially taking this best of 3. But for the meantime, GG, well played, 1 up right now.
Yeah, and congratulations to Emperor Esports. They do take game 1 of this best of 3 series. And wow, grabe yung gold funnel stat na ginawa doon ng Emperor. Nakakuha ng madaming gold talaga si Spear by the end of the game. Kaya kaya na nila tapusin yung game. Very decisive din yung mga calls na ginawa ng Emperor.
Yes.
Especially that Baron take.
That was absolutely amazing right there. And there's been a number of instances kasi sa competitive scene natin na nakita natin yung mga ibang teams, especially on a professional level, that try to utilize the funnel comp but never really come out on the better end. Usually, sa semi-pro pa natin, yung collegiate natin, yung nakakita na yung success nun. But I think this is one of the rare moments we do finally get to see a funnel comp on a professional level actually work out for team, and it looks like Emperor Esports did just that.
Yeah, and kasi na-mitigate ng Emperor Esports kaagad yung damage na matitake nila earlier. Kasi at a disadvantage nga sila, but at the same time, na-control nila yung jungle nila. Hindi basta-bastang nakuha lahat ni Hate or nakakuha ng more objectives on the other side of the side lanes na nakuha ng madaming kills ang IPT. Probably, masasabi ko din si Hate, hindi siya naging sobrang proactive on the ganks to get successful ganks on the side lanes. But at the same time, may kita nga natin din kanina doon sa top lane, si Icaros, ang laki ng respect na binibigay niya kay MJ in the top lane. Hindi siya basta-bastang nag-overextend. So dahil hindi siya nag-overextend, hindi nakakuha ng chance si Hate na ma-jump on si Icarus on the top lane.
Man, oh man. Nonetheless, Crazy Apple, quick question before we head into break. What do you think IPT should do better heading into the next game? Ano yung tingin mong dapat mistake from game 1 that they should probably try to smoothen out heading into this game 2 right there para ma-equal, para magkaroon ng chance na ma-equal na 1-1 yung scoreboard natin?
Well, I think dapat naging mas more proactive sila. Kasi since in the bot lane, it felt like pwede silang magkaroon ng advantage yun. They did have that Pegasus and the Swain. I'm not really 100% sure paano nangyayari yung matchup na yun kasama pag Poppy and the Zillia. But at the same time, they should get stronger lanes para ma-shove out yung lanes, para may lane priority sila, para mas free si Hate makapasok sa jungle ng Emperor Esports kung uulitin nga ng Emperor yung Gold Bundle strat.
So there you have it, guys. That has been game number 1 para sa match 2. Can Emperor Esports close it out 2-0 or ma-equal kaya ng IPT ang scoreboard natin 2-1-1 #all hail nga ba? We'll find out in just a bit. For the meantime, on the behalf of Vulcan, we have been your casters. Ako si Arctic na nag-fill in for a bit. With me is Crazy Apple at ito ang Globe Conquerors Manila National Qualifiers. Kita-kits for game number 2.
Engage onto Spear. The focus is here. Take down Spear as fast as you can. He has the ultimate. He's gonna have a second life. He's gonna come back. Hate taking away from the third year marking. Still taking onto Spear. Spear being ganked by 4 members of IPT. Spear trying to get away. Spear gets taken down. It's Imperial Prompting going for the tower dive. Here comes Icarus. Can he go for the cleanup? Going for the flash. Takes down the Fiora. Now it's gonna be Icarus going in onto Marky and Shadow. Can he commit? He can. He's getting chunked down there, but he may have to give up. Yes, why Icarus is trying to get in with a dash, and he may go for Spear. It's gonna be Calculate going up to Shadow. Shadow popping the stasis. He's gonna survive. Light banks of time with the taunt. It's gonna be Calculated going for the shutdown. It's going up to Marky. Calculate. It's stunning Marky to the wall. It's gonna be Calculated.
Oh my
what
god!
A double kill. It's an ace in the blue side.
What just happened there?
He's up in the air. Cannot use the whole shot. Trying to lock down Spear, but Spear will take him down. Looking at Spear going out to Shadow with the hunt. It's gonna be Shadow popping that stasis. Spear doesn't care. Cannon will be.
Si Spear no boy, pero napatay niya si Hate. Nauubos na ang members ng IPT. 2 members now, double kill for Kaisa. Triple kill for Kaisa at sinisira na yung mid lane inhibitor. Sinisira na yung mid lane tower at mukhang poised na ang Emperor Esports to finish the game and get game 1 of this best of 3 series.
Yes, Arctic in the house, by the way, and what a game right there. Hey, Crazy Apple, Vulcan just needed to take a quick break right there, wasn't feeling well. But nonetheless, as Crazy Apple mentioned, this looks like this is indeed going to be a game in favor of Emperor Esports right there. Looks like they are very much well on their way to potentially taking this best of 3. But for the meantime, GG, well played, 1 up right now.
Yeah, and congratulations to Emperor Esports. They do take game 1 of this best of 3 series. And what